Let's check out what's on over here. Deadpool becomes #1 domestic box office for an X-Men film. Well played, Reynolds. Batman vs. Superman director's cut. Rated R. Reynolds! Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video on my channel. As always, I'm Jay, and I have a little bit of news. Deadpool has now become the highest grossing domestic X-Men film of all time. And it's rated R. What does this mean for future films? Well, apparently Batman v Superman released a little statement about how its director's cut rated R Blu-ray DVD release will be forthcoming after the film's theatrical release, which will still be PG-13. Now, given the fact that Deadpool has broken all these records while being rated R and still a moneymaker, I think Hollywood's a little stuck now. They're calling for a rated R Wolverine film starring Hugh Jackman finally, and now I fear that we're going to be jumping into the trend the likes of the 80s and 90s action flick. That's right, instead of Seagal, Van Damme, and all them, you're going to have superheroes going ultra-violent. Oh no! Now, as of late, the big question was to adapt childhood properties into more mainstream, adult-oriented properties. But does that always work? Now, when we look at Batman and Superman, they've always been a more family-friendly oriented superhero bunch. Now, don't get me wrong, some of their films they have killed, but only when push came to shove, and not in the most horrific ways. Take a look at Batman and Batman Returns. If Tim Burton's f***ed up mind doesn't go past PG-13, then why does a film with Batman and Superman have to go that far? Don't get me wrong, there have been films in the past that do call for an R rating, and I am totally for a rated R style of film for different superhero properties, but why don't we focus on the content of the story rather than shooting for a certain rating? All I'm saying is they need to stop focusing on whatever rating they're trying to go for, depending on what type of superhero it is. Now, clearly, Deadpool needed to be rated R just because of the story content and the mature content in the source material to truly, properly pay homage not only to the comics, but also to bring the character to life on the big screen. I just don't see a need for it in a film such as Batman v Superman. But like I said, when it deals with superheroes and not anti-heroes such as the likes of the Punisher, Constantine, or any of those people, you want to tone it down a little bit, because then you're getting into territory where you're having people be so out of character and the tone being so shifted that it kind of draws me away from the movie. Now, when it comes to reimagining, reinventing films, contemporizing, making things fresh and new, I have no issue with that. I was one of the few people actually, who loved Man of Steel for the fact that we saw a different type of Krypton, we saw a little bit more of it, plus we have a revisioned origin story in which now Superman is finally in the contemporary world where he not only looks modernized, but also is a modernized feel. Now, when we're talking about the director himself, Zack Snyder is no stranger to directing rated R films as well as rated R comic book films. So, sure, he might lend himself to being able to do those types of films. But again, does Batman v Superman really need to go for the jugular on this? I don't think so. I feel like we're still going to get a great film in the theaters just because of the hype that's surrounding it. But then again, I'm also biased because I love these films. I even enjoyed the Fantastic Four reboot that was shot last year and kind of had a bad time at the box office. But moving on, I do indeed feel that the rated R movement, basically, that is about to come for some certain superhero movies is warranted and will blossom with certain characters. Wolverine would work well because his character is a little more mature in the books, especially in the hands of such writers as Chris Claremont. The rated R style can work because it does bring a little bit of realism and consequence to certain actions that heroes might be led to take. However, it doesn't need to be a whole lot of violence when it comes to Superman and Batman. All in all, guys, I think that this rated R trend that will be surfacing might have a little bit of a split in audience members like myself. Now, don't get me wrong, like I stated before, this could be a good thing for some properties, more mature properties and darker properties, especially for the DC tones, because they are more into the darker, more serious style, while Marvel is kind of still in that comedic, light-hearted tone, even with its darker films, especially the official Marvel Studio releases, which haven't been able to break past the PG-13 barrier. So let me pose a question to you guys. Does all this content really need the mature rating, or can it get the job done with a PG-13 stamp of approval? Well guys, that's about all the time I have for today. Thanks for watching this short but sweet video. Please leave all your comments below, like, subscribe, and remember, all feedback is welcome, even the negative feedback. And until next time guys, take care. Bye. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video on my channel. As always, I'm Jay, and today I wanted to talk to you about something very important. Check. Batman v Superman's director's cut, when it's released on DVD, will be rated R. So let me pose a question to you guys out there. Now, given the fact that how does this make me feel? Some of that behind the scenes shit right here. How does this make you feel? Moving on, round 3. But let me pose a question to you guys. Do you think that all these material... But I digress. Enjoyed my video? Go and check my other ones. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, take care guys. Bye.